I love Josh. I love the CARR. I love our coaches. They've had nothing but success. Way more success than I've ever had. You know, I'm sorry. I'm just pissed off about some of the things that a lot of us try and do just to practice. What we put our bodies through just to sleep at night. And for that to be the result of all that effort pisses me off. It's hard. And I wish everybody in that room felt the same way about this place. And as a leader, that pisses me off, if I'm being honest.
Well, I'm pissed off too, CARR. Especially with this team, and I know how emotional this team can get, a lot of us, but as much as I get on CARR so much, and as much as I don't mind moving on from Derek Carr, watching that, I have a lot of respect for Derek Carr. I still love Derek Carr, and I tell that to every single person that I meet, every single person I talk about when it comes to this subject is I have a lot of respect. I love Carr. I love what he's done for this team. Obviously, he's frustrated me so many freaking times, especially this season and last seasons. But at the end of the day, this guy as a person, man, I got a lot of respect for this guy and how much he loves the Raiders team. Is he the right quarterback for us? I don't know. But as of right now, I can confidently say that, you know what? We're all pissed off as well, Derek Carr. You know, this team has put us through a lot. This dude, Jeff Saturday, tweeted from his couch that the Raiders look horrible, and this dude came out there in his first game as the head coach and proved his point by beating us 25-20. Being a Raider fan is tough, man. It ain't easy, man. If it was easy, everybody would be fans. You know what I mean? But with that said, it looks like Saturday had a great Sunday, and us Raider fans are going to have a bad Monday.
And you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
So as you guys already know, Raider Nation, we lost yet another game, 25-22, an Indianapolis Colts team that just brought in a head coach from high school. Jeff Saturday has no head coaching experience, but somehow, someway, he was able to outcoach Josh McDaniels, our head coach. I mean, we knew coming into this game that most of the Raider fans weren't really expecting much out of this team. But as far as this game, we're back in Las Vegas in front of the millions and millions of Raider fans, you know, at the stadium and even watching at home. Coming into this week, I didn't even expect a lot of Raider fans to come through to Las Vegas and support this team, but yet again, the Raider Nation shows out, win, lose, or draw, and that just shows you guys how much loyalty this team has. And it just sucks because as much energy as, you know, the Raider fans put in for this team, the team itself does not reciprocate that energy back to the Raider fans, because it's been a tough past couple of weeks, you know, dealing with this team, just to have our hopes, you know, hella high for this team, just to get shot down yet again to an Indianapolis Colts team that none of us really expected to lose to. But at the end of the day, we know our team well enough to know that it's any given Sunday. Now, going into this game, a lot of people thought that Sam Ehlinger was going to be starting in this game, but it looks like Matt Ryan was actually cleared to go, and he was going to be the guy to start in this game. And, you know, it was a back and forth battle for both offenses and defenses. You know, we really didn't have nothing going on for us. You know, Derek Carr even started 0 for 5 for 0 yards, and I know that a lot of Raider fans were pissed off as well as me, because it just seems like this offense couldn't get anything going. Now, Matt Ryan did eventually score the first touchdown of the game, and they would also kick a field goal to go up 10-0. After that, this offense would continue to struggle early on in the game, and we even failed to convert on a fourth down. I mean, the play calling early on with Josh McDaniels, I don't know what the fuck was going on, man. On a 4th and 2, you're going to throw a fake pitch play instead of going straight up the middle, or even at least trying to throw for a first down. But that fake pitch goes nowhere, and we turn the ball over right back to the Colts. And luckily enough for us, you know, with no momentum on our side, the defense was able to show up and show out and make a huge play. Amik Robertson forcing the fumble, and we get the ball right back. Now, Derek Carr and his offense would finally find a little bit of rhythm and drive down the field. And even with no Darren Waller in this game, Foster Moreau stepped up. Derek Carr finds him in the end zone for the Raiders' first touchdown of the game, and the Raiders were only down 10-7. With the clock winding down before the end of the half, the Colts was able to tear up our defense yet again and drive down the field and kick a field goal right before halftime. And they did, putting them up 13-7. Now, coming out of the half, the Colts would get the ball right back, and it seems like they would be driving down the field. Max Crosby gets a huge sack. You know, it's been a while since we had a sack in this game. At first, it seemed like Chandler Jones was going to get to the quarterback, but he didn't. It's just sad that this is the first and only sack that we had in this game against a team that has been giving up the most sacks this season. That just shows you guys how bad this defense has been so far. We didn't really have any kind of pressure on Matt Ryan other than, you know, this sack right here. So the Raiders would eventually force the Colts to kick a field goal, and luckily enough for us, they missed the field goal and we get the ball right back. Now we drive down the field and Josh Jacobs punches it in for the Raiders' second touchdown of the game, putting the Raiders up 14-13. And just before you could say Pythagorean theorem, the Colts answer right back with a huge Jonathan Taylor 66-yard touchdown. And at this point, I'm like, yo, this defense, man, this defense throughout this whole game has been trash. I know this offense started off on a cold foot, but this defense throughout this game has been getting burnt left and right through the run game, in the pass game, all over the field. And I ain't giving them the benefit of the doubt because they have no excuse to look the way they did today. And just to give up a huge play after our offense was able to drive down the field and at least score some points, this is not the way you want to go about it. You got to match that same energy that this offense is giving you. At least we were able to stop them on the 2-point conversion, and they were only up 19-14. Still a one-score game. After a couple of 3-and-outs, DC will step up in the pocket and find his number one wide receiver, Devontae Adams, for a huge 48-yard touchdown, putting the Raiders back up 20-19. We did fail on the 2-point conversion, but it was great to see that this offense was able to answer right back. Derek Carr, a guy that I have been, you know, getting on quite a lot, was able to go back and forth with his Colts team, but our defense was still giving up points to this sorry ass Colts team in moments that we shouldn't have given up points. After a couple more 3-and-outs, the Colts will get the ball right back. And Matt Ryan looked like Lamar Jackson out there on one play. This dude, Matt Ryan, found an opening and was able to run for 39 yards for a huge first down for this Indianapolis Colts team. I mean, I wish I could see a lot more of that from Derek Carr, but you know, that's besides the point. On the very next play, though, this just goes to show you guys how bad our defense is, because we have no kind of IQ out there when it comes to turning the ball over. Sam Webb would force a huge fumble to eventually give the Raiders a chance to get the ball right back. The ball rolls up to Darian Butler, and this jabroni, all he has to do is fall on the ball. No Colts player is within his distance. There's nobody around him for like a good 2 seconds. And this dude finds a way to fumble the ball away and is not able to recover the ball. The Indianapolis Colts was able to get the ball right back. And that bites us on the ass on the very next play, because Matt Ryan finds Paris Campbell for a touchdown play. This defense is fucking trash. They basically gave this game away. If we get that fumble recovery, who knows if our offense is able to drive down the field and score more points. But we don't get the ball back. They get the ball back. Matt Ryan finds Paris Campbell, and this dude is just off in the races, getting a huge touchdown, just passing by each and every one of our defenders out there. I don't know what the fuck is going on out there, but Patrick Graham has got to do something about this defense. I mean, we got to do something about this defense. There's going to be a lot of players losing their jobs after this season. I know that for a fact. The Colts would then regain the lead 25-20. Again, they failed to convert on the 2-point conversion, and man, we still have a chance at the end of the day. But we already know so far this season, we just haven't had any kind of good luck out there as far as winning games in crunch time. I mean, Derek Carr has been known in his past to be the comeback king whenever it comes down to, you know, 1-score possessions at the end of the game. But this year has not been his year. I mean, this year hasn't even been the whole Raiders year, you know. It just seems like luck has not fallen in our direction. So we drive down the field, a couple of big chunk plays, and right when we get into the red zone on a 3rd down, Derek Carr finds Foster Moreau down the seams in the end zone to what could potentially look like a touchdown. And I got to give some props to Okereke, or whatever his name is, on the Colts defense side of the ball. He has a huge pass breakup on Foster Moreau. This dude, Foster, I got a lot of love for Foster, but you got to come down with that, my guy. But with that incompletion, the Raiders get one more chance to either get a 1st down or get a touchdown. And honestly, I was sitting back and I was watching this game. I said, you know what, we ain't getting this shit. We ain't getting this shit, because luck has not been on Las Vegas' side throughout this whole season. And knowing Derek Carr, he's not the same Derek Carr that we've seen as of late. So knowing that, you know, Derek Carr steps back, and who else is he going to go and throw the ball to? other than his number one elite wide receiver, Devontae Adams, who has been having a great game so far. The ball is up in the air for a 50-50 ball, and Stephon Gilmore finds a way to break up that pass, and the Raiders lose 25-20. We now sit 2-7. 2-7 right now. Oh my. This team that we had a lot of high hopes for, man, is sitting at 2-7. I mean, I didn't expect much for the rest of the season, but just to see that record right next to the Las Vegas Raiders name with all the high hopes that we had this season is crazy, man. And yeah, coaching has been really bad, man. Josh McDaniels has not looked like that guy. Overall, as a team, it just seems like we have no identity out there, man. As Raider fans, it's really tough watching this team week in and week out, and just to see the kind of production that they've been putting on the field is crazy, man. I told you guys last week, man, this life ain't for everybody, man. Being a Raider fan is not for everybody, and just to see how bad we've looked throughout the season, it's crazy, man. I know that there's been many reports out there of Mark Davis saying that Josh McDaniels' job here is safe with this team, which that shit's crazy to me. But if he's gonna stick to his word, and if he's gonna give Josh McDaniels, you know, the key to this kingdom right here moving forward, even after a horrible season, then I think that the Derek Carr era is gonna be over. No matter how good or how bad he plays, at the end of the day, I don't know if Derek Carr is gonna be that guy for us, to be honest with you guys. And there was also another report early on today that it seems like the Raiders could be moving on from Derek Carr at the end of the season and possibly going to be going out and trying to get CJ Stroud. Will the Raiders actually do that? I don't know. There's also other reports saying that, you know, Josh McDaniels only wins 3, 4, 5 games this season. He could possibly be out of here as well. So I don't know what to trust out there, but I know for a fact it seems like we're going to win at least, you know, 3, 4 games this season. And if that's the case, I just hope that we go out there and whoop the San Francisco 49ers ass when they come here to Las Vegas, because that's the only team that I care about beating this year. If we're going to tank this year, fuck it. Beat the Niners, beat the Steelers, and the rest of the season, who cares, man? This Josh McDaniels era has not been looking good so far. We got the Denver Broncos next week at Mile High, and I don't even know if we're going to win that game. The Denver Broncos have been looking trash as well, but shit. Every single week is any given Sunday, and knowing this team, I ain't expecting much out of them, even with the players that we have right now. We ain't got no Hunter Renfrow out there. We ain't got no Darren Waller out there. Shit, we don't even got no Denzel Perriman and Nate Hobbs out there, so it is what it is. So with that said, Raider Nation, man, thank you guys for letting me vent to you guys. But I want to ask you guys, man, how are you guys feeling about this loss? How are you guys feeling about this team? What does this team have to do moving forward to start winning some games? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you guys do enjoy this video, man, just hit that like button. It does a lot for this channel. If this is the very first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. I will be announcing the winners to the jersey giveaway tomorrow, so you guys keep an eye out for that. Until the next video, this your boy Small Raider, and your boy is
Started off in Oakland, now we here. Thought that we was done, we just hit another gear. Look, started off in Oakland, now we here. Hey, pull up with the nation in the silver black gear. Look, 4 games straight, we in the playoffs.